Ladies and gentlemen, hello, and you are watching TTV News, some latest events in the province. And now coming to details. Ladies and gentlemen, in the morning of December 22nd, Comrade Phamanjin, member of the Politburo, Prime Minister, chaired the National Conference on the Development of Vietnam's Cultural Industry. The conference was held directly and online to the brief point of province and city. At the point of the People Committee of the Ninh Province, there were Mr. Yu Trong, Vice Chairman of the People Committee of the Ninh Province.
Speaking at the opening of the conference, Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh stated that the National Conference on the Development of Vietnamese Cultural Industry held today is the first especially important conference on the development of Vietnamese cultural industries. Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh also said that talking about the cultural industry is referring to industries that produce artistic and creative products of a physical or intangible nature through exploiting cultural values and products and services that have intellectual, social, and cultural significance to obtain economic resources. The Minister of Culture, Sports and Tourism, Nguyễn Văn Hùng, reported that looking back on the 7-year journey from implementing the strategy for development of Vietnamese cultural industries with the close leadership and direction of the government, the Prime Minister, the efforts of ministry branches, localities, and the cooperation of the people, the business community, the development of Vietnamese cultural industry has achieved some outstanding results. In addition to results achieved, the consultations shows that the development of cultural industry still has many shortcomings and challenges. And on the basis of the results of the conference, the government and the Prime Minister will have direction and development orientation with a focus on cultural industries and at the same time assign specific tasks to each ministry, branch, province, and the city with the solution and mechanisms and policies to promote the development of cultural industry commensurate with the potential and advantages of Vietnam.
In the afternoon of December 21st, Mr. Nguyễn Thanh Tâm, Secretary of the Bronzo Party Committee, Chairman of the Bronzo People Council, Head of the Bronzo Anti-Corruption and Anti-Negativity Steering Committee, referred to as the Bronzo Steering Committee, chaired the 7th meeting to assess the situation and performance of the Steering Committee in 2023, implement the direction tasks in 2024, and some other important contents. After listening to the Standing Bronzo Steering Committee report on the results of the work in 2023 and the opinions of the members of the Steering Committee, Mr. Nguyễn Thanh Tâm, the Secretary of the Bronzo Party Committee, Chairman of the Bronzo People Council, the Head of the Bronzo Steering Committee for Anti-Corruption and Negativity, made a speech. The conclusion of recognizing and highly appreciating the results achieved in the prevention and anti-corruption, negative, and the activities of the Bronzo Steering Committee in 2023 regarding the direction and tasks in 2024, Mr. Nguyễn Thanh Tâm suggested that the Bronzo Steering Committee focused on completing and promulgating the working program in 2024 of the Bronzo Steering Committee, ensuring that it is in accordance with the work program of the Central Steering Committee on Anti-Corruption and Control. Comrade head of the Bronzo Steering Committee, Nguyễn Thanh Tâm, also suggested that the Steering Committee of members of the Bronzo Steering Committee actively, proactively focus and grasp the situation of the prevention and combating corruption, negativity, outstanding and raising issue in public opinion, continue to reiterate the good implementation of measures to prevent corruption and negativity, with a focus on the task and solution of Resolution Number 03, dated November 5, 2021. Of the Bronzo Party Committee on strengthening the prevention and anti-corruption and consumption extreme period 2021-2025. Comrade Nguyễn Thanh Tâm also requested to continue to review and include it in the Steering Committee to monitor and direct, to focus on completely handling cases of corruption, complex negative, public opinion and public attention, resolutely overcome the bad petty corruption and the situation of a boycott under court, creating a stronger chain in the fight to prevent corruption.
and celebrating the 79th anniversary of the establishment of the Vietnam People's Army and the 34th anniversary of the All People's Nation Defense Festival, the Party Committee and the Ministry of Public Security of the Ninh Province have organized many practical and meaningful welcome activities. Specifically, to wield the propaganda work for, of course, the soldiers and the people in the area about the process of building, fighting, and growing up the glorious and heroic traditions of the Army and Provincial Armed Forces. Join the leaders of Provincial Party Committee, the People's Council, the People's Committee, the Provincial Phalanx Front Committee to visit and burn incense to thank the heroes and martyrs who lied out through the war times at the 72 Hill Martyrs Cemetery in Tân Bình District, organized a visit and gave gifts to heroic Vietnamese mother, the hero of the People's Armed Forces, the policy families with martyrs, families with marriage to the revolution, and the Provincial Department of Public Security and Security Committees of district, town, and cities held a meeting to visit exchange encouraged between the generations of officials working with the retired army officials in the province. At the meeting, Colonel Nguyễn Thanh Phong, Political Commissioner of Provincial Military Command, revealed the tradition of 79 years of building, fighting, and martyring for the army and reporting the results of the implementation of military and defense stars of Provincial Armed Forces in 2023, expressed his deep gratitude for the merits, the dedication, and sacrifice of the bones and blood of the generation of fathers who fell in the struggle for the national independence, protection of the fatherland. And from the above meaningful activities, it has been fostering the tradition of courageous and creative dynamism, unity and victory of the Provincial Armed Forces, and greatly contributing to ensuring political security, the social order and safety, creating conditions for the local socio-economic development, continuing to strengthen the people's trust in the leadership and direction of the party committees and authorities at all levels, and lighting and strengthening the image of an uncoerced army of the Provincial Armed Forces in the hearts of the people.
Tourism in the Southwest accounts for more than 54% of tourists, but the revenue is still modest. Therefore, localities in the region must be more closely linked to bring tourism to the Southwest forward. This is the opinion of the delegates attending the Tourism Promotion Conference in the Southwest region within the framework of the preliminary activity of the Joint Agreement on Tourism Development in the Southwest in 2023, organized by the People Committee of Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu Province on this morning, December 22nd, in Sui Mộc District. Attending the conference, there were Mr. Havan Siêu, Deputy Director of the National Tourism Department of Vietnam, representatives of the Department of Culture, Sport and Tourism, Departments of Tourism in the Southwest region, and province city with cooperation with the region. Locality participating in the Southwest Region Tourism Promotion Conference in 2023 have introduced their destination, tour routes, tourism products, and regional tour. Manager, expert, and tourism travel business have contributed many ideas to a more regional tourism link, proposing solutions to improve the quality of tourism human resources, focusing on developing tourism products associated with environmental rotation, health rotation, experience tourism, tourism under the forest canopy, forming a high-class shopping center, health tourism center resort, organize many events and festivals to attract visitors.
In 2023, the Tourism Association of Provinces and Cities in the Southeast region has organized many tours and tourist routes linking destinations together and create attractive tourism products. Headlines are Ho Chi Minh City Hồ Tràm Bình Châu Tour in Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu Province, the tour route of Tây Ninh Beauty Journey Ho Chi Minh City, of Tây Ninh Bà Đen Mountain Tourist Area, the tour of Green Nature Harmonious Seas, according to the itinerary of Ho Chi Minh City, Đồng Nai, Bà Rịa Vũng Tàu Provinces. The Tourism Association also regularly exchanges information about the tourism products, about the market, the trends and needs of tourists, and coordinates to organize many tourism promotion activities in tourists, and thanks to which, this year the Southeast region is estimated to welcome more than 52.5 million tourists. The total revenue is estimated at 117,000 billion Vietnam Dong, and thereby making an important contribution to the economic growth of the localities in the region also. Speaking at a one-year preliminary conference to coordinate the implementation of linkage activities, the delegates continue to exchange and find solutions to further strengthen the linkage and development of tourism products in the Southeast region in order to attract domestic and also international tourists to the Southeast region.
At the December regular meeting of the Bronzo People Committee, Mr. Thilan, Deputy Director of the Department of Labor, Environment and Social Affairs, informed about the basic activities of the Lunar New Year of the Dragon 2024, such as the Lunar New Year in 2023. The Lunar New Year of the Dragon in 2024, there will be activities such as Spring Celebration meeting with the bordering province of the Kingdom of Cambodia, meeting with former Bronzo leaders, meeting of key officers at the commune level, meeting with businesses, meeting with writer, artists and a team of topical scientific and technology intellectuals, meeting with students of TayNin, meeting of topical religious and any minority official, meeting between provincial leader and news agency. Our program and farewell program to welcome New Year Eve. Opening ceremony by the Mountain Spring Festival will also take place. Activity to visit policy, family and citizens who turn 100 years old, over 100 years old. Visit to Armed Force Unit, Force Management Unit, Irrigation and Anti-Smuggling Prevention will also be organized. The total expected expenditure for the Lunar New Year activities of the Dragon 2024 is nearly 87 billion Vietnam dong, down more than 1 billion Vietnam dong compared to the 2023.
And also recently, Mr. Nguyễn Mạnh Hùng, Deputy Secretary, Provincial Party Committee, had a meeting with a delegation of the Farmers Union of the Ninh Province, preparing to attend the National Conference of the Farmers Union. The delegation of the Provincial Farmers Association attended with 12 delegates at the National Conference of the Farmers Union of Vietnam, the 8th times in Hanoi capital. And by this time, the group has completely prepared for the trip to go on. Delegates are ready and determined responsibilities while attending to the conference. Speaking at the meeting, Deputy Secretary Provincial Party Committee Nguyễn Mạnh Hùng congratulated and encouraged the delegates attending the National Conference of the Farmers Unions, and he recommended that the delegates study project carefully, drafting conference documents and actively participating in contributing opinions, the targets for the task solutions and the breakthrough solutions. And ladies and gentlemen, on the morning of December 21st, Ho Chi Minh City People's Committee held the opening ceremony program to connect supply and demand of goods between Ho Chi Minh City and provinces and cities in 2023, and the program extends of craft villages and specialties region in 2023. The program also has the participation of more than 43 provinces and cities nationwide. This is a two-way connection activities, not only supporting localities to consume products, but also adding resources of goods to stabilize the market, meeting the diverse needs of the consumers, bringing regional specialties to the market consumers, especially during the holidays and the New Year Eve.
In 2023, with the high flow of the officer and soldier of Tân Hà Border Guard Force and the loose coordination with the party committee, the government and the military and the people here, the security and order in the border area could become more and more stable. With the achievements, Tân Hà Border Guard Force were awarded the title of unit determined to win by the command of the Border Guard in 2023.
Having the achievement of maintaining a stable security and order situation in the area of management posts is a process of persistent efforts of officials and soldiers at the border guard of Tân Hà Border Guard Station. And because in the road during the past 365 days, the officials and soldiers have always tried their best to emulate and successfully complete the 5 evaluation targets that unit had assigned, in which some contents have been achieved and exceeded the set targets.
để thực hiện thắng lợi phong trào thi đua quyết thắng
In
năm
order to successfully
2023,
implement the 2023
chúng tôi cần
Victory
tập trung
Evaluation
vô các nội
Movement,
dung sau.
the focus
Thứ nhất
on the following
là
contents.
tập thể
First,
đơn vị
the
luôn
collective
đoàn kết thống nhất
units
là
unite
tạo
to create
sự
high
gương mẫu
example
cao,
quality in all aspects. The second is
đi
that
đầu
we always
trên mọi
strive,
mặt.
grasp, and
Cái thứ
deploy
hai
for the officers
là
and
chúng tôi
soldiers of the
luôn
whole unit to
quán triệt,
master the
triển
documents,
khai cho toàn đơn
directives,
vị thực hiện nghiêm túc
resolutions, and plans
các
of the
văn bản,
levels and
chỉ thị,
branches,
nghị
especially
quyết của
the
các cấp, các
directives of
ngành,
building
đặc biệt
regular
là các
units,
văn bản
disciplinary,
xây dựng chính
and the
quy
third is
và
to
quản lý
focus
kỷ luật.
on
Cái thứ
ideological
ba
political
là
education
tập
for the
trung
army.
vô cái công tác là quản lý, giáo dục chính trị, tư tưởng cho bộ đội.
In 2023, the unit has organized nearly 540 patrols, prevention, and covers, with over 3,600 tons of officers and soldiers participating, coordinating with the police and military forces in the area to organize patrols and recharging over 170 sections, with over 1,000 tons of officers participating. Prominently in the emulation movement of Lieutenant Bodakar's joint forces to build a new style rural area, the unit has contributed and mobilized with the locality to build 3 ray houses with a total value of 245 million Vietnam dong, organized to give 250 gifts to disadvantaged households, the children and policy families in the area with a value of nearly 200 million Vietnam dong also.
Năm 2023,
In 2023, Tân Hà Commune has taken by superiors to build new style rural area in order to realize the new rural level, ensuring political security, social order, and safety on this area and on the localities is the most important condition for socio-economic development. Tân Hà Border Station has coordinated with the locality first in border security protection, and throughout the 12.8 kilometers of border line, the people can assure of the working and producing.
Trong công tác bảo vệ.
And being awarded the title of Victory Unit in 2023 by the Border Guard Command of the Ninh Province, the honor and pride of the officers and soldiers of Tân Hà Border Guard Station on the 79th anniversary of the establishment of Vietnam People's Army towards the 65th anniversary of the traditional day of the Border Guard. And it is also the motivation for the Border Guard Station corps and soldiers to uphold their determination to firmly protect territory, sovereignty, and national border security in the new situation.
In the fight of the requirement to build the Vietnam People Army in the new situation, the Communist Party of Vietnam has determined that by 2025, building the People Army is fight, come back, strong, creating a solid remise by 2030 to build the People Army revolutionary, regular, elite, modern. From that request, the Ministry of Defense signed the decision on the establishment of the Terror Army Corps, the first man corps to be recognized in the direction of the elite, mobile, strong to modern. The Ministry of National Defense has decided to dissolve Army Corps 1 with Army Corps 2 Hương Gia Army, and establish Army Corps Terror in the phrase of the current mission requirements. The Terror Corps is the first Army Corps to be organized in the direction of elite, mobile, strong, moving forward to modernity. The scale of the organizations of the Corps force will be larger. The function and additional tasks will be heavier, equipped with variety of modern weapons and vehicles. The Terror Army Corps is very proud to carry it in the glorious tradition of the first Army Corps, the second Army Corps, which are the first two-man corps of the Vietnam People Army, born in the historical period with the turning point of the resistance war to liberate the South and reunify the country. The formation of the two legends are units with a long tradition, trained in revolutionary war and trained to be ready to fight. The birth of the Terror Army marks the strong role of our army in the new revolutionary period. This is an important event, an important milestone, and the honor and pride of the officer and soldier of the Terror Army Corps. At the same time, it is the step realized a law policy, addressing the right and timely thinking, strategy, vision, and decision of the Politburo, the Central Military Commission. Conducting synchronous solution to build a strong man aiming to improve the quality of combat readiness training, meet the requirements of mission function, and meet the requirements of national defense in the situation. The first generation of officer and soldier of the 12th Army Corps always thoroughly rushed and deeply aware. Honor is associated with responsibility, what to do and how to do from here. The Army flag of victory of the unit will be attached to a noble award by the party. State, Central Military Commission, Ministry of Defense, determined to be the 12th Army Corps really fight strong to modern, meeting the requirements of the task of protecting the fatherland in the new situation. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today TTV News. Thank you for watching and see you next time.